why I left my religion. I'm 41 years old and I am an atheist. Uh, I'm 41 years old. Now, at the age of 8, I was into dinosaurs. I still am. Now, one of the things is I was also always surrounded by my grandma, who was, needless to say, very religious. So I did ask her one time, and this has been ingrained into me. Uh, how come the Ramayana doesn't mention anything about dinosaurs? And the reaction I got was, I've just robbed a child, or I just raped a child, for that matter. He goes, don't you ever ask me that again. That's a stupid question. And I'm here thinking, I'm just asking. What's the big deal? Now, needless to say, years after, and at this point, when I was 18, 19, somewhere around there, to a point I was actually very religious. I was one question away from being a fundamentalist. Now, needless to say, after the invention of internet, I began doing research and just looking at on YouTube about things of religious nature, trying to prove my religion over all the other religions. Now, the more I researched, the more evidence I got against religion. Now, needless to say, where I stand, God and religion are two different things. Now, when you insult religion or critique religion, it's just that. It has no variation of what you believe as a creator or anything like that. Now, one of the things is, and this is very fundamentalist with all religious groups they actually see God and religion as one thing and one thing only. They weren't one of the same. Now, whether you believe, well, first of all, every person has an imaginary friend. The only difference is I outgrew mine. Needless to say, as the more I did research and the more I did research on dinosaurs and all the other living things, one question always came to my mind. Well, if we don't have evidence for these things, or whether it was for flying spaghetti monster, leprechauns, then we're not believing it. So we're heading in the right direction. Then the thought of, wait, we don't actually have any evidence for God. Why are we still believing it? By the time I was, at this point, around 20 or so, I would have been classified as an agnostic. So I believed there's a higher power, but I didn't believe in religion. Now, the more research I got, and again, this has been an ongoing thing. By the time I was 22, 23, I had identified myself as an atheist. And to a very long time, up until in my mid-30s, I was a very outspoken atheist. Now, to a point, I still am. Just now when I say something, it has to do with how people live and treat others. Like my thing is, a society is best judged by how they treat their weakest. And anyone who knows me knows I live by that. So now, when I do critique religion, I do it as a fact of how I want my society to go.